Hi cuties, if no one has told you already today, I want you to know that you are sexy. For those of you that are new, welcome, I am Gem, and in today's reading, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today, we're going to be reading all for just the Scorpios. We're going to do one reading, and it's going to be for all the Scorpios that follow me or just want to see this, for my Scorpio babes. I'm just going to talk about, how I read. I read very differently. I tend to read very candidly, so warning, there will be deep messages. Also, I love psychology, comes out in my readings, but I'm not a psychologist nor therapist. I am just a tarot friend on YouTube. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to let you know different ways you could help out my channel. One way is just giving this video a like. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, you could check out my DEPOP. Here's a little video of that. I sell decks, I sell personal readings. It's all in my description down below. I also have an Amazon wish list and a Cashapp as well. Know that all donations to me are extremely appreciated, but they are not expected. I thank you for taking the time out of your day to just watch this video. So before we get into this video, let's now cleanse our minds by taking a deep breath. Okay, ready? All right. Today's reading, we're just going to be asking, what are some of our Scorpio followers, or if you're my viewer, Scorpios, need to know right now? So I have this deck, plus this, I'm going to pull some Moonology cards, plus some of these cards. I'll pull like one, and then we still have the owl out. That might be significant to you. And the Animal Tarot deck. I think that will be good enough. We might actually pull one of these as well. And maybe an Affirmator real quick. So I'm going to shuffle these on camera for you. First, I want to ask the tarot questions. I think that'd be a good idea. I think we could pull maybe 6 of these and then like 6 individual oracle decks. I think that'd be a smart idea to do. So we're just going to be asking questions about you specifically, or things you need to know right now. You may be having anxieties since we have the Moon card. Something you may be anxious about or stressing out over. Shuffle one more time and then we'll pull. Okay, so my beautiful Scorpios, we are going to be asking, first question is ask about what you need to know about yourself that you haven't realized yet. So, 2 of Cups. It's a nice card. All right. Something you need to know about your health right now. 1, 2, 3. 6 of Wands in reverse. Something you need to know about your career. I didn't even get to finish, but we'll pull the Justice card. Something you need to know about your love life. Did I say that already? Health, no. Your love life. 1, 2. We got the Chariot. Upright. Pushing through. Okay. Got 2 more cards now. Maybe we could put another card just for love, just so we get a better reading. We got Death and the 3 of Pentacles. I think that's good enough. So love, job, health, and yourself. Kind of wanted to pull mental health card, but I'll take that as that, mental health. So physical health, mental health. All right. Now let's shuffle these bad boys. Just pull one of these. Oh, Jesus Lord. I saw the zebra first. And the hyena. There's too many cards. If any of these are significant, they will come out again. One, two, three. Mouse. Okay. Let's pull some possible emotions. One, two. Anxiety. He was definitely getting internal anxiety. Now, where do I put this? I feel like that goes there. I think the Moonology card should go over on across the side. Don't worry, I'll rearrange them so you could see them better on camera. Shuffle this deck here. Aries again. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I hope that was all right. One, two, three. We got win-win outcome is forecasted in reverse. One of these. One, two, three. Self-love. Very nice, very nice. Over the death card. Maybe the death card, maybe you went through a transition or a death that made you realize you need to love yourself more. And lastly, let's pull one of these archetypes. That'll be in the center of our reading. One, two, three. We got the creator in reverse. Interesting. All right. I'm going to rearrange them and I'll come back with your reading. Okay, so first we're going to discuss how you're dealing mentally or something you need to know specifically mentally that you may have not been aware of. So with the mouse card, let's actually talk about the signs that are here. So we have Libra actually here as well, and there's Libra here. So this could just be saying there's a win-win outcome forecasted internally that you're feeling about this love connection. It could also mean that it could be opposite, that there isn't actually gonna be a win-win outcome forecasted. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But so we have air sign here, so Libra, we have a lot of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, then we have cups, which could just talk about your emotions and how you're feeling emotionally. It's kind of like a side thing, so I don't feel like there's that has anything, but we do have Leo. We have Scorpio, Libra, and those are the main ones that I see right now. So I know these are for my Scorpios, obviously, but these could be maybe some side elements that may be affecting you currently. So you may have a moon in Libra. You could have possibly a Leo somewhere in your chart that may be significant that you may want to look at and reflect on, things like that. Or this person that you're talking to, maybe a Leo or maybe a Libra, things like that. Okay, so mentally, I think the mouse represents someone who's very detail-oriented, could possibly also be someone who's small-minded, very nitpicky or nervous, very anxious, internally anxious, especially since we have the anxious card or anxiety card right next to that. So the mouse is very initiate desires. Their initiate desires to tend to detail. It often spends time in fixating and preparing and organizing and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality does not notice when they've gone too far. Soon they will begin to have a limited, fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite painful experience for both the mouse and the people around them, possibly maybe this love interest. And this can be when the mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment and maybe it's time to find more of a purposeful project to dwell into, one that is worthy of your exacting eye. So when you're in balance, you could be very organized, resourceful, prepared. When you're out of balance, you could be busy with no purpose. And to bring into balance would be a meaningful project. So you could definitely be someone who's very controlling, possibly when it comes to love. Did I say air sign? I meant earth. We have earth here. So earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. That may be something significant. It's the reason why I forgot that. So upright, this card represents united love, partnership, mutual attraction. So definitely a lot of love is being talked about. You may mentally focus a lot on your love to the point where it's like, to the point where there's nothing to be done and it's like overcrowding your judgment to the point that's like the only thing you focus on. You don't focus on other things that may be needing to be focused on, like your health or your career or anything that may be significant. You may be coming to this looking for a love reading, which you will get, but this may be something that you pay too much attention to and you're too controlling or too detail oriented on this love or partnership, to the point where it gives you a lot of anxiety. You may need to relax and put all that passion and energy into something else, possibly your career. I think your anxiety also might be affecting you physically here. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but that's all I really have for that right now. We'll talk a little bit more about that once I get into the rest of this. So with your physical health, I definitely am getting that you may have been dealing with internal anxiety and you haven't really like talked about it or let it out, or possibly could be suppressing it internally. Also, your anxiety might be affecting you physically. Like, it's something mental, but it's physically affecting your health. Like, it could be making you feeling very sick or ill or just things like that. With this card, the Six of Wands upright in a health aspect, says the Six of Wands suggests that you will trumpet over a specific health issue. You may have had an excellent recovery from an illness, such as anxiety. So with your physical health, I'm definitely getting that your anxiety or this like stress is physically affecting you. It's something that's mentally going on in your head, but it's like physically affecting you. And you could be currently struggling with that right now. The Six of Wands upright suggests someone who will trumpet and progress over this specific health issue, possibly the anxiety or feeling very sick or ill. It says you also may receive an excellent recovery from an illness or very proud of everything you accomplish in improving your health. You may be overall well-being, may benefit from very good energy and positive vibes from others. So that's what it is upright. And in reverse, this talks about basically being someone who there's something that's blocking you from doing that. And one of the things that may be is the validation from other people. So it says, you may have reached a significant personal milestone, but unlike the upright version, you prefer to keep it to yourself. So you could possibly be in, maybe you recovered from this, or you recovered from having so much anxiety, but you keep it to yourself. Another suggestion that we're getting is you may be encouraging yourself or needing to be encouraged to create your own definition of success. If you found that yourself is seeking a lot of approval from other people or validation or always comparing yourself to others, you may have to strip yourself of your own personal power and self-belief rather than relying on someone else's opinions of what success is and what it's not. Bring your energy and attention within. Ask yourself, what does success mean to me? Your answer will look different from other people's interpretations because your values and priorities are unique to you. When you're clear about what success means to you, you may make better decisions that will be more aligned to who you are. Another meaning that this card can suggest is you may be seeking, or it may suggest that you fell out of grace and did not receive public recognition you were seeking, and got no feedbacks for your efforts, or received criticism instead. You may be expecting things to work well, but instead you got punished or neglected, and your confidence may have taken a hit, or your professional reputation, or at least your perception of your status. If a particular project has not been successful as you hoped it to be, you may need to be better off moving into a new environment so you can rebuild your personal brand rather than trying to fix something that has already been broken. And this card can also, in the shadow side of this card in reverse, can also suggest that can bring a self-importance, arrogance, and egotistical behavior armed with a win and a boost to your self-confidence. You may be coming to think that nobody is better than you. If you take on a selfish attitude, someone is likely to knock you down a peg, bring disappointment and potential disrepute later on. Rein in your ego and make your victory a lot sweeter. Be like a humble winner rather than someone who brags or someone who's always, thinking that you're better. So that could be any of those interpretations. I have a feeling that it might be more of like your own personal, needing to define what your own personal success is. You may need to, you also might be a perfectionist, someone who's constantly trying to have everything perfect, and you may have received negative criticism and someone like teared you down, and you're like, oh, I don't even want to do this anymore. You like gave up and just like really stressed out about it and having a lot of anxiety. Maybe you need to, not let everybody else's opinions affect you so much and create your own definition of success. Obviously, constructive criticism is good because it will help you move on and grow for the better. But if it's something like insecurities that they're pushing onto you where it's just like nasty criticism, then don't pay attention to them and create your own definition of success. Also, possibly try to learn self-control and know that other people have their own lives, and try not to be so detail oriented and needing perfection, because you will never find perfection. Especially in love, this partner has their own life, is their own human being. Allow them the space to be their own human being, to be themselves. All right, let's move on to these two cards and the Creator card. All right, so with your career, I think you may be feeling there's definitely an imbalance, right? And this may also be the reason why. I don't think it's only just love that you're focusing so much on. It could also possibly be a partnership that you're focusing so much on. Maybe like your relationship with a coworker, or your relationship with just your boss or something like that. And that could be something that maybe you may be feeling guilty or needing to take accountability over something. I think you may be very critical or very nitpicky, and maybe your ego has gotten in the way, or maybe you put a lot of work into something to the point where you've been left feeling not satisfied. They didn't give you the recognition, or they gave you criticism, or didn't tell you that it was good enough or something. You could be having anxiety also about just about not getting that recognition, or also just anxiety because you put so much hard work into controlling whatever it is and always needing things to be perfect, so it gives you anxiety. And take a breath, take a breather. Really, really work out and understand that things don't need to be perfect. Really, really, really enforce that in your head. Write that 1,000,000 times in the journal. Things are not perfect, because trust me, you will always feel unhappy for the rest of your life if you expect perfection. You're not perfect. They're not perfect. Life is not perfect. The things you work on won't be perfect, and that's what it takes. You need the criticism. You need things to push you to grow further. You need to, be challenged in order to grow further. You don't have to put 110% into everything as well. Like, don't kill yourself over work. Don't kill yourself over stressing out about a relationship. Find balance. There's a serious lack of balance in your life right now. Especially with work, I'm getting, or something creative. Something with your creative side. You may have put so much work in this creative project that you've been working on, and then just to be found out that you didn't receive the recognition, or people aren't giving you the recognition, or criticizing you, or just not giving you what you wanted or were expecting. And don't let that stop you. You don't have to. You could redirect your progress into something else, but don't let that stop you. You keep pushing, keep going. Take their criticism and try to see what it is. Obviously, if it's insecurity, you don't have to listen. Just there definitely needs to be something resolved here that needs to be self-reflected. Maybe do some self-reflecting on why do you need that control? Why do you need that perfection? Okay, so with justice, you definitely might have done... Okay, so there's different things with this. There could have been something that you may feel guilty about, and not taking accountability for. You know it in your heart that it wasn't morally right, and you're kind of just maybe ignoring it or hiding it or hope no one finds out. And you need to either own up to your mistakes or take focus on action to resolve the situation. Whichever you choose, you will need to live with the consequences. And go with what feels best for you. Also, you may not be willing to take accountability of your actions, and you're trying to dodge a bullet or blame others for your mistakes. You're only being dishonest with yourself and others. You need to be willing to look beyond your own fears and ego that blinds you from the broader lesson. You need to take accountability. Assess the situation more and once more, and intend to discover where you can accept responsibility. Once you acknowledge you can make once you acknowledge where you made the mistake, do whatever you can to make it right. In doing so, you will free yourself from any guilt or shame and empower yourself by making the better decision. Be honest, be truthful, make it right. Whatever it was, whatever you feel guilty about, possibly work it through, stay dedicated and to making it right. Apologize, especially if it's something that you need to apologize for. Apologize. And if that person doesn't want to accept it or they want you to kiss their ass, you don't have to. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of just because you make one mistake. Obviously, you should make it right. You should possibly do something in order to reciprocate and help out and maybe put in the effort to show that you want to fix things. But also, don't beg for forgiveness. Don't, bow down to their feet, or, you don't have to be. There's a balance, of course. I also was kind of getting possible relationship with a coworker. You may be feeling guilty for talking to a coworker. That could be something that you may be feeling guilty about. Possibly something you need to discuss or would like to share about. Especially, that would be something difficult to talk about, but yeah, that's something for you to figure out. I these cards. So the creator. With the creator, it says the artist, the alchemist, the innovator. Upright is someone who creates anything from nothing. They're very talented. They're very wise. They could see art and beauty without anything even being there. They see the future of what this could possibly be. They romanticize. They love art. They love creating. They are very innovative. Could be minimalistic. They imagine new things. They could see how to fit things together without even needing anything. They just know. They have such a talent for it. It's like a magician or something. They're just so great at it. But we have this in reverse. So you definitely could be possibly losing your spark or feeling burdened. Possibly when this person gave you criticism or told you that something wasn't good enough. Screw them. If whatever this you're feeling burnt out about, don't give up. Don't lose that spark. Don't lose that love for art. Keep pushing. This is a wonderful trait of you. You're just in a rut. It won't leave. It won't disappear. And don't let people ruin your shine. Don't let people take away what's your talents from criticism. Keep pushing. You got it. All right, now let's move on to your love life here. Okay, I'm definitely getting a possible love. You could have had a crush on a coworker. You could have had a crush on your boss. You could have had a crush on someone or some sort of relationship with someone in your work life. It could have been someone in your school life, maybe, like maybe you guys are following in the same career path or something, and that's like where I'm getting that. Another idea I'm getting is just because I feel like I'm talking about love here, and this makes me think of, this talks about, first we have Pentacles, and this reminds me of over here, like, especially we have the Justice card, and then we have Libra, like that's work, and then we're talking about love, so like definitely could have been some sort of love dynamic, or maybe you had a crush on one of them but never took it any further. It could be maybe your relationship with your boss or your coworker that you feel guilty about. I think I already said that, but maybe with your boss more specifically. And I don't think it will work out. I think you're hoping that it will. I think you're maybe wanting to have a win-win outcome. And this is saying that, especially with it being in reverse, I don't think it will work out. Because the upright version is saying it will work out, it'll come in when you need it. But I feel like this is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, talks about disharmony, misalignment, and working alone. So I think you might have like maybe worked with this person. You might end up like quitting this place and having a death, like a death relationship, like ending that relationship as well as ending that job that you may have been working with them in. I don't think they're the one. I don't think they're the right one for you. I think they may have misaligned values or misaligned things that aren't for you, or for your best, highest self. I don't think, with the disharmony and misalignment, I think they may have misaligned values. Maybe they are still progressing and trying to figure themselves out. They might be older than you. They might be a little childish. They might be immature. They could be a little just not in. They're very misaligned, and they may bring you into a misaligned state of mind as well. Having your shadow self, take the wheel and, doing bad things, especially if you're feeling guilty about something bad. Maybe they pressure you, maybe they push you into doing things like that. Don't allow them to. This could also be something just work related. Maybe nothing even went further. Maybe you just have a crush with them. Maybe there was something that they persuaded you to do that you didn't feel right about. Maybe forging a signature, maybe lying to somebody, maybe lying about a project or doing something bad, and you just don't feel right about it, and you're worried that you might get caught by like whatever. But this person may push you into that a little bit more. They may be also driving with their shadow self. The shadow self is in the driver's seat. And they may not treat you right as well, because we have the self-love card and finding love for yourself. I think they maybe not respect you or respect your boundaries to the point where they push you to the point where you don't deserve to be. They could be verbally abusive, maybe they call you names, or maybe they physically. I hope not. Of course, I don't see this in any case scenario, but I just like popped into my head. They could push their insecurities onto you. They could be very controlling. They could possibly be very critical. They could be just like they could also just be like, going to say, judgmental. They just push their insecurities. I don't think they really care about you. It's more of like what you can do for them. They like the control. They like maybe also if they're older, like I said, that's already a power dynamic. and you feel like you owe it to them just because they're older, or that you feel that they know the best for you because they're older, and they don't. That's how they use you and take advantage. Don't allow them to. We also have the Chariot and the Death, especially Scorpio vibes we have here. I think you will have a death, possibly an ego death, possibly a just death with the relationship, this love life, the death with this job life. But you'll keep pushing forward. You'll keep pushing. You'll have the determination and willpower to get through it. And especially turn this upside down. Like this, your path is to bring this light back to you, to get rid of this shadow self, and we'll keep it there and work with it, but put it on the sidelines, not let it drive, put you in or bring you down the wrong path. Find love for life again, find creativity again, don't feel, find the spark again. You might be losing these things because of this person. Find self-love, learn and teach yourself that you are worthy of validation, and even if those people around you don't want to give it to you, give yourself the validation. Talk to yourself in the mirror, write down in the book all the things that what you define success as. Tell yourself good things. Tell yourself things that you love about yourself. Tell yourself things that you don't need to hear those things from other people. The only reason why you need to hear those things from other people is because you don't believe it yourself. You need to believe those things, and you won't need that validation from others. Also, with the full moon in Libra, this card can refer to a professional relationship, having a professional relationship with this person. You might be finding it difficult to make a firm decision. Maybe you're still talking to this person. You have a feeling that you should leave, but you're not ready to fully give into it and let it go and fall away. It's time to make a firm decision, and if this person is not serving you, if this job is not serving you, let it go. It also says look after yourself, but avoid vanity. Now is a great time to do a makeover. It also says little messages, says time for you to focus on yourself for a while. I definitely think you need to focus on yourself and find love for yourself. This is the definition. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I'll ever have. I show myself love in any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that? Self? I think that's so cute. Literally treat yourself like you're your second person. Like, the Gemini card where there's two people? That's literally how you should treat yourself. There's one subconscious, one conscious mind. You treat yourself, you talk to yourself, you don't ignore yourself, talk to yourself, write to yourself, respect yourself, be obedient to yourself, go to the gym, eat healthy, do the things to show yourself that you respect yourself. And you're willing to obey yourself, like you're willing to put in the effort for yourself. Be nice to yourself, be kind and gentle. Know that people mess up. Know that you're not perfect. Know that sometimes things aren't going to work out the way that you want, and it's all learning lessons. Every time things don't work out, remember that look at the positive side of it and be like, actually, this was meant to happen because I was supposed to learn something more. All right, that is the best I can do. Hope you found some messages that resonated. I'm going to pull some message cards for you. I first want to pull one of these. We're going to pull one of these over the love, see who specifically this love person is. One. It says team in reverse. Maybe you want it to be like a team, but maybe you're like hoping it to be a team, but to them it's not a team. They're like the leader, or they like own you basically. Like you're their bitch or something. Like they don't respect you. They kind of just take the reins and you do what they say type thing. 1, 2, 3. I just want to pull one more. Cook. This person could also possibly cook well or be a cook. All right. Now let's pull some love cards. One, 2, 3. Says, is only sticking around to find someone else. Maybe you're only sticking around to find someone else because maybe you feel very vulnerable or insecure that you won't find anyone else, or afraid to be alone. And trust me, being alone is better than being in a relationship that makes you feel more insecure. It says they are only fighting for you to have you, then drop you once they do. I have a feeling that this is this person. And let's pull one more. 1, 2, 3. Twin flame. They may have felt like your twin flame, or they could be your twin flame, but know that twin flames doesn't mean that they will be the last one you'll ever meet. It doesn't mean that they're destined to be in your life forever. It doesn't mean that, they were here to be in your life for this certain period for you to grow, and maybe you guys had a great connection. But you can be someone's twin flame and love somebody and care for somebody from a distance if you're not being respected. 13 may be a significant number for you. I think the death card is number 13. Yes, it is. So 13 for sure can be significant. I saw it twice. Twin flame could also be your twin flame. Twin flame could also be that you may meet. Once this is over, you will carry on and be determined to meet a twin flame, and maybe in the future you will end up meeting a twin flame. Okay. Then let's pull some. I want to pull one work card. Let's do that real quick. You could be a very giving person. That just came out. Especially in your career. Let's pull one more of these. 1, 2, 3. Very friendly. You could also be very friendly and very nice person. Alright, let's pull emotions and feelings. How are you emotionally feeling right now? 1, 2, 3. Tired in reverse. Maybe you're feeling very energetic, or very there's a lot of energy flying through you. Possibly maybe channeling that through running, or maybe through going to the gym. Put that energy and exert that anxiety into some sort of action, some sort of physical labor. I know my mother, for example, she doesn't like to go to the gym, but the way that she releases her anxiety is by going hard and cleaning the crap out of the house. She literally goes ham, and that's her exercise. She feels great after doing it. Another great thing, I don't know if she exerts enough energy that releases all her anxiety, but I know also people go to the gym, lifting weights, going, listening to heavy music or listening to hardcore music while going to the gym, and like, you know, jumping up and down, jumping jacks, running, just anything to like help you release your anxiety will do great things, trust me. 2, 3, let's pull one more for you. We got hurting in reverse. Maybe you don't like, you're not hurting over anything. Maybe you've kind of gotten over that, or maybe you're feeling very emotionless, like you don't really care anymore. Or maybe it stopped hurting for a bit. 1, or maybe you never really cared to begin with. Maybe it was more of like to take advantage of this person. Maybe it was more of like you feel guilty because you wanted to like manipulate this person. Be careful. Figure out where the power play is. And get out of that. Don't do that. Stay away from that. Let's see what their emotions could possibly be. 1, 2, 3. Talking crap. They might be talking crap about you. Yeah, I don't think they're here for your best interest. Alright, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you learned some messages or anything that has resonated. Please let me know how I did down in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for staying to the very end, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!